Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Insurance Lady Info. It's your girl, Sunshine Love, your insurance consultant. If you're new here, my name is Sunshine Love, and I am a licensed insurance consultant. I have been licensed in insurance for the last 9 years, and on this channel, I discuss with you tips and tricks and ways for you to manage your auto, home, renters, boat, motorcycle, ATV, or whatever type of insurance policy you have. I'm going to spread my knowledge to you so that way you guys can be better policy holders and know how to shop for insurance a whole lot better. So today, what we're going to be discussing is, do those drive safe programs really work? So, I get asked that question often as an agent. A lot of times my customers want ways to save money, and that is something that I usually should suggest to them as a way for them to save money on their auto insurance. And a lot of them, they kind of think that the drive safe programs don't work. So the drive safe programs, what is that, right? That's basically an app or a device that you put inside of your vehicle, and the insurance company will monitor your driving. So either, like for instance, if you have Allstate, you're going to have an app. It's for the Drive Safe and Save program. You're going to have an app that you download on your phone. And each time you're driving, the app is going to track your driving. It's going to track how often you drive at night. It's going to track if you're making sharp turns, if you're braking suddenly. It also tracks your speed and the distance on how far you're driving. With those programs, when it monitors your driving, a lot of times it will help you save money on your car insurance. The reason why is when you first get that particular program, most of the time when you first get it, you usually get it at the sign up when you first get your auto insurance policy. The agent usually offers that as an additive discount or another way for your rates to be lower, so that way you can have low rates when you first sign up. But it's not usually explained properly whenever customers get it, and then they started to notice that their rates increase at their renewal because that particular discount or rate saving option was not discussed with them properly. So I'm going to discuss it with you and tell you guys how it works. So like I mentioned, when you have either the device, because some companies give you a device that you put inside of your car, or an app on your phone, because like I mentioned, some companies have you download an app. And some companies do both. It does depend on what state you live in. For instance, Nationwide does both, and it depends on what state you live in. Progressive also does both, and it depends on what state you live in. Almost all of the insurance companies offer the Drive Safe programs. All you have to do is just basically ask them to enroll you inside the Drive Safe programs, okay? So this is how the discount part works. We're going to discuss the discount part first, and then I'm going to tell you overall how it affects you, okay? So the discount portion, when you first get it, you initially get 10% off. Most companies give you about 10% off in the beginning, right? That 10% off is going to last the entire 6 months or year, depending on how long your policy is. So if your policy is a semi-annual policy, then that discount that you get at the beginning when you first added the Drive Safe program is going to last the whole 6 months, right? If you have an annual policy, same thing. It'll last the whole year. Now, this is where people started to wonder if this thing really works or not, right? Because some companies, they use it as a rate changer. Some companies, it is genuinely a discount. So for example, Progressive, the snapshot discount, that is technically a rate changer, you guys. So if you have the snapshot and you put either the device in your car or you have the app on your phone, and it monitors your driving for the entire time you have it on, right? When your policy renews, at the renewal, you're going to notice one or two things are going to happen. Your rates are going to go up, or your rates are going to go down, okay? If it's a discount, like with Allstate, it has the Drive Safe and Save program. That's not a rate changer. But at the end of the 6 months, you're going to notice one or two things. Your rates are going to go up or your rates are going to go down. So all of them are not rate changers. It does depend on the company if it's going to change your rates permanently or not. Because when I say permanently, yes, your rates are going to change once that discount comes into factor, but it depends if it's a permanent or not. If it's permanent or not. I know I'm stumbling on my words today. I'm so sorry. I have not had anything to eat just yet. I will eat when this video is over though. But let's keep discussing this. So when it's a rate changer, let me tell you what that does to you. So for instance, if you have, like I said, if you have the device in your car or if you have the app on your phone and you're driving and you do a whole lot of short stopping, you do a whole lot of hard braking, you're driving a lot at night, you're driving fast, you're driving hard, a bunch of sharp turns. I mean, your driving is unsatisfactory, right? So you got that 10% initially at the beginning when you first sign up. Now it's time for your renewal and you notice your rates went up. Well, if the company that you are with has that program as a rate changer and not a discount, your rates are going to stay that way whether you're on or off that program. They basically use that program to change your rates, basically to determine what kind of driver you are so they can change your rates. So for instance, like I said, for Snapshot with Progressive, depending on how you drive, if they feel like your driving was unsatisfactory, your rates will go up. If you unenroll from the Snapshot program, your rates are going to stay the same that it was when they raised your rates due to your unsatisfactory driving. That's how that works. If you keep on the Snapshot, meaning if you keep the device in your car or keep the app on and you try again, and you decide, you know what, for the next 6 months, I'm going to be a better driver, right? And you turn out to be a better driver, your rates will go down. And it's a permanent change. So again, whether you unenroll or stay enrolled, that rate is going to stay the same. It's not going. It's just going to be. That's what it is now. That's your new rate. They use it as a rate changer. Now, for instance, Allstate on the flip side, right? Allstate is a discount program. Okay, so if you enroll into Drive Safe and Save, and you are not driving good, like I mentioned before, you're just hard braking, you're doing a whole bunch of sharp turns, driving a lot at night, speeding, just bad driving, right? And Allstate's like, you know what? Nah, we're not going to give him this discount for the next 6 months. Well, you're just losing a discount. And I'm going to tell you the difference on this right here. So, and I'm going to break this down because like I said, a lot of people don't understand how this part works, and this is really important. You really need to know how this part works. This is why this is a discount and why the Progressive one is a rate changer, okay? So say, for instance, you're buying insurance from me, right? We're talking, we went over the coverages, we went over everything. Now we're talking about, I went over the discounts, and now we're talking about the rates, okay? And I tell you, hey, I have, full coverage on this car and it's going to be $175 a month, right? But if I enroll you in Drive Safe and Save, then it's going to be $164.75. So now you're saving about $10 off of your insurance, okay? So, and I explain to you, now Drive Safe and Save is a driving program that you download to your phone. It's going to monitor your driving. Initially, you're getting 10% off. At the end of 6 months, then you can get up to 30% off, right? And that means if you keep the app on or if you keep the device in your car the entire time that you have the policy period, so the whole 6 months, right? And you're driving good, you're satisfactory, you can look up and notice that Allstate is giving you an additional discount, or not additional discount, but that percentage is higher. First, you was at 10% when I started you out. Now your percentage went up to 30%. Your rates are now lower, right? Now, say for instance, like I mentioned, same scenario. I signed you up. It's going to be $175 to start out with. If you take this discount, it's going to be $164, okay? Okay. So you look up, and again, you've been driving terrible, okay? You just been driving bad. And Allstate said, you know what? Dave was a bad driver. We're not giving them this discount for the next 6 months, okay? Your rates are not going to go up. It's going to go back to what I originally quoted you, okay? And this is where people get this part misconstrued, because they sit here and they like, oh, my rates went up. No, your rates did not go up, sweetheart. It went back to what I originally quoted you. So I originally quoted you $175. I gave you a discount or enrolled you in a discount program to where now your rates are now $164. But you was a bad driver. So now you're not getting that discount no more, right? You're going to go back to the $175. See, that's the difference between it being a rate changer and a discount program. When it's a rate changer, like I said with Progressive, for instance, I signed you up for $175. I gave the discount and said $164, right? You did terrible driving. Your rates are going up. It ain't going to even go back to what I gave you. Like I told you $175, but you was a bad driver. You're going to go up past the $175 because they, like I said, they use it as a rate changer, right? You're not going to go back to what you was. You're going to go up higher, okay? If you was a great driver, you're going to go below the $164 that I quoted you. Same thing with Allstate. If you was a great driver, then you'll go below the $164 that you have been paying. Now, let's go ahead and break this up again. Like I mentioned, if it's a rate changer and you've been doing great, it permanently changes your rate. So if you was a great driver and your rates go down, it's going to stay there. You don't have to worry about your rates changing because that is your new rate, right? But when it's a discount program, okay? So say, for instance, like I said, we're using Allstate and Progressive for these examples because off the top of my head, that's what I remember so far. But you would need to make sure you ask your insurance company to fully explain to you how their Drive Safe program actually works, okay? Now, going back to my example, we have Allstate here, right? It's a discount program. So if you were a great driver and they raise your discount percentage from 10% to 30%, now it's 30% off of your semi-annual premium and your rates are going to go down, right? Now here's the kicker. If you unenroll from the program with a company like Allstate where the Drive Safe program is a discount program, okay, and you unenroll, you lose that discount and your rates are going to go back to the original quote of the $175. Does this make sense? I hope it makes sense. Like I said, if it's a rate changer, your rates don't go back to nothing. Whatever that monitor reads, whatever your driving is, once the insurance company determines whether you was a good driver or a bad driver, your rates change permanently. You don't go back to nothing. You just go up or down. If it's a discount program and the insurance company determines, hey, you was a good driver, your discount percentage increases, okay? And your rates go down as long as you remain enrolled in the program. The moment you unenroll from that program, you are unenrolling yourself from the discount program and you will lose a discount and your rates are going to go back to the original quote when you first signed up. Okay? If you was a terrible driver and your rates go up and you are or your rates don't go up, like I said, if it's a discount program, if it's a discount program, right, and you was a terrible driver, your rates don't go up, you just lose the discount. So instead of you having that 10% initially, you're going back to that original quote that you had with that $175. You just lose the discount. Your rates don't go up, you're just losing the discount, right? But if it's a rate changer and you are a bad driver, your rates go up. Y'all see how that works? So you will want to make sure that when you're talking to the insurance company and they're offering you the Drive Safe program, ask them, is this going to change my rates or is this just a discount program? Okay? So the initial question that I started out the video was, do the Drive Safe programs work? Yes, they do. They actually work. I've seen it work on my own two eyes. They work, okay? They work. I've seen customers who are excellent drivers. When I first wrote them, they had that 10%. And then I look up and they rate go down, a whole $200 off of their semi-annual because they were excellent drivers. So now their if they're in the discount program, their discount percentage is higher. So all their monthly premiums are lower, right? If it's a rate changer, now their rates are lower because it monitors their driving. So neither one is good or bad. It really does depend on you. Really, it depends on you, what kind of driver you are, and what are you looking for in an insurance company. If you are wanting to be judged based off how you drive, then the Drive Safe program that changes the rate, that's a rate changer, will be great for you because it's going to be based off how you drive. You don't have to worry about your neighbors being bad drivers and not having insurance to raise your rates. You don't have to worry about other people on the road affecting your rates. You don't have to worry about your area affecting your rates because it'll be based on your driving if you're going to do the rate changer program, okay? If you're doing the discount program, then the great thing about that one is that you don't have to worry about your rates changing permanently. If you don't want to be in the program, then in your mind, well, it's just going to go back to what I originally had it to begin with. And if you was comfortable with the original rate, then nobody wins and nobody loses, right? So it really depends on what you want. If you want to be solely monitored for your driving, hey, I recommend the rate changer if you are really wanting to have them look at just your driving. That is a great way for them to judge your driving and rate you according to how you drive. That is a really good program for that. Because a discount, when it's a discount program, they only give you a discount based on your driving, but you're not being rated based on your driving. Your discount is just going to, your percentage is going to be determined based on your driving, right? But everything else is going to all still be a factor on your rates, okay? So like I mentioned before, just ask your insurance company, hey, the Drive Safe program, which one is it? Does it change my rates permanently or is it a discount program? How does it work with your company? Now, once you find out which one it is, they generally all work the same. Like I mentioned, they're going to either give you a device that you put inside of your car and it stays in your car the entire time, or they're going to have you download an app, and as you're driving, you have the app on and it will monitor your driving. Now, the cool thing about the app, though, is you get to delete some of your trips. So, say, for instance, you had one night and it was just a bad night. You was doing a bunch of speeding. You was doing a bunch of hard braking. It was an emergency that night, right? And you're like, you don't want to be graded or you don't want them to determine your driving based off that particular trip, right? You can delete the trip. For instance, I used to have Allstate and I used to be in their Drive Safe and Safe program. When I was in their Drive Safe and Safe program, there were some times where I was speeding. Yes, I know I'm an insurance agent. Why are you speeding? I know. But there are some times I was speeding. I was late for work. You know what I'm saying? Hard braking. Hurry up, hit that right turn so I could turn to that parking lot. You know how I get. And I didn't want them to judge me off that particular trip. So I went inside the app and I deleted it. Helped me out because at the end of the 6 months, they didn't grade me on that trip. That trip was not there. So once you get inside of these Drive Safe programs, and especially if you have the app, you want to make sure you know how to manage that, because you can help yourself save so much money, you guys. Y'all can save so much money, up to 30% off of your annual or semi-annual premium. And in today's climate, where inflation is kicking everybody's butts, trying to save money from your insurance company and finding ways to save money from your insurance company is, one of the things that a lot of people are looking for. I get asked often, how can I save money on my car insurance? And yes, some of the answers may not be what people want to hear, because some people don't want their driving monitored. They don't want their driving tracked. But, You can save up to 30%. Go ahead and take it. You can turn it off if you don't want it on. You can turn it back on. You can delete trips, or you can keep all your best trips, and you can turn it off. You can actually turn off those devices. So if there are certain trips you don't want them to get, turn it off. But turn it back on so you can make sure you keep getting those discounts. But the key thing, like I said, is to make sure you know if it's a program or if it's a rate changer. Because that is the difference. When you don't understand, you're going to go crazy. Like I mentioned, people used to call me mad. Was like, hey, man, they just raising my rates higher and higher and higher. And I asked them, was you in a driving program? Were you in a discount program? And I found out who the company is. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that was a rate changer. That's why your rates went up, because you were a bad driver. Or, oh, nah, you lost your discount. Your rates didn't go up. Your rates are the same. You just lost your discount. So make sure y'all ask those questions. But like I mentioned, yes, the programs do work. They are really good for people who are good drivers. They are really, really good programs to be in. And you can save so much money by just simply enrolling yourself into the program. All right, you guys. That is all I have for y'all today. I do want to thank you so much for tuning in to my channel, Insurance Lady Info. Like I mentioned before, I'm a licensed insurance consultant, and I'm here for you. I'm here to answer questions y'all have. I'm here to give y'all tips and tricks and ways for you to save money on your car insurance and manage your policies. So if you want more information about how to do that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button at the bottom so you can be subscribed to my channel. So that way you can keep yourself updated on my videos. And if you like this video, if you feel like this video was very informative, hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on, how you feel about it, all right? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.